everybody, and welcome to This Week in Dioramas. I am your host, TechChucker. If you aren't familiar with how this show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the show. Now, if you'd like to be showcased in a future episode, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag ThisWeekInDioramas. Now, we've got an awesome lineup of dioramas again for you this week. A little update. Finals went just fine. I actually didn't do as much work as I thought I was going to have to. I did the math. I knew I would be getting at least a C. Wound up getting an A and a B in my two respective classes, so I'm super stoked. Next class starts June 1st, so hopefully in May we'll be able to have some consistency with the episodes. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into this week's showcase. Let's get this show on the road, starting off with Diorama Quillis Hobby. I think that is how we are going to say that name. I've said it wrong multiple times before. This is a really nice looking piece. I especially like the picture. The little effect that you did with her hands, the power effect with Ms. Marvel, is pretty cool. I like it. Even if it was photoshopped or whatever, I don't care. I enjoy it, and I especially enjoy the shadow of the cat on the wall. The graffiti that you've got on here looks very, very nice. I am digging that a lot. But look at this. The ambiance of this picture is so nice. The sculpt work of the brick, very cleanly done, nice clean lines, and again, back with the graffiti, looks awesome. I love that little eyeball. Would love to know how you did that. Did you freehand it? Did you airbrush it? How did you do that? Because it does not look like it is any kind of sticker of any sort. So it looks like you must have painted that. So very, very well done on this piece. I am digging the details very much. Next, coming from Haddonfield 1967, scratch-built model of their childhood home. Now that is something fun to be able to do, to create your childhood home. This is a nice little house. You did a great job with the diorama. It looks very realistic. I mean, it just looks awesome. The fact that you got this outside, so you get a little bit of natural sky, looks to be a real tree in the background. It's scaling very nicely with this picture. Just an all-around awesome looking diorama. Lots of great details with the little awning here. It's just a nice little two-story building. Now look at that. Next to the pop can, you would never know that this is just barely the size of 2 pop cans. I mean, like 1.5 pop cans, really. So awesome job on this piece. Next, coming from Macabre Custom Builds, this is a awesome looking piece. What do we got? What started as a simple spiral staircase commission for the legendary John Brooks, Big Kid Photography. Check him out on Instagram. Soon turned into a full-scale collaboration effort between the both of them. This is really cool. It's 1/10 scale Castle Anthrax built with the photographer in mind. Those of you that are photographers, you probably know what those little accommodations are that you might like in a diorama, be it removable walls, movable walls. I just said movable walls, but you know, these walls, structural walls, and then these walls, gates, everything can be moved, all of that, so you can get different angles, lights, all of that. Awesome looking piece. I mean, this is just spectacular looking. I love the detail. Love the fact that there's a little light underneath. Just so cool. Look at that. Oh, awesome details. Look at that. It looks like it's almost like a blood splatter on that iron gate. Wow. This is amazing looking. And look at this. Holy crap. There are so many details. It just keeps going and going and going. I am amazed. So great job. Next, coming from Monster Spinelli, more Witch Please, now available in their Etsy shop, so go check them out. This is a very nice looking piece. It's something awesome that you could have up on a bookshelf. It almost could be a book nook. It might not be deep enough, but all you'd have to do is just put it right at the front of the books on the shelf, and that would work for a book nook as well. Love the little light effect that you got here. Everything just looks so cool. It's scaled so nicely. The paint tones are awesome looking. Love this little It's almost like a curio of some sort, with some books, probably some witches' spell books and what have you. So very nicely done piece. I was looking through their profile the other day, and they've got a lot of neat looking diorama pieces like this one. So I chose this one to showcase because I really liked it a lot. Next, coming from Hepburnicus, this piece has some awesome looking paintwork. I love the details of the gravel, the grasses, the tagging here. I'm not sure what that, let's see, added grass to these 1/67 scale die-cast display bases that were hanging around. I just really am enjoying these pieces. Your paintwork, again, awesome. I love the weathering. I love the naturalness of the base that you've got on here, and then it says, you know, you added some grasses. It really adds to the look of these pieces, so very nicely done. This one is coming from @Yamana. I can't speak, but this is super cool. Okay, I need the video to start again. I was yammering on. Look at this. Okay, so they did a little sunset, and then cue to, look how tiny that thing is. It's barely the size of your palm. How freaking awesome is that? And then they've got another picture here that I wanted to show of some of their other works. These are just tiny little pieces, and I love it. I love the smaller these little dioramas are, and yet the details that you're still able to retain just makes me happy. I love it so much. So awesome work. I just love it. Next, coming from Nemai Customs, check them out. They are putting out some pretty awesome dioramas lately. This is really cool. I love the fact that you've got it almost has like a lava-like effect in the mortar between all of the stones, and I'm really digging the color contrast that you've been using. It's very unique. I think, nope, there isn't a picture without the lighting on here. You've obviously got some sort of bluish light focusing in on here, but you can see that there's some nice paint variations on these stones. You've definitely come up with a style when it comes to the painting your stones. You use some nice contrasting colors to be able to bring that out, and then your little wooden door also looking awesome with the little pins here, or maybe they're little nails that you used to create those little nail heads in the door. That extra little detail goes a long way. A little bit of moss down here maybe. Looks awesome, so great job. Next, coming from Oak Hill Studios, upload complete. Let me introduce Deus Ex Machina. This thing looks freaking cool. It is creepy. I love the lighting that you've got with the green at the bottom and then the blue up towards the top. Just very sinister looking. Oh, this little baby head looks so creepy. My assumption is you pulled this from some sort of doll or something, and it looks so creepy. I would not want this in my house, aside from to be able to have it displayed. Love the little effect that you've got going up above, the little power ball like thing. That is a sweet looking effect. I love it. The little pipes here, these are like I want to say like vacuum cleaner, but it's the it's like a plastic conduit thing that you can use almost. I just love the creativity with this. There's so many cool details, lots of great colors. Actually, this might be even some green and blue paint. And then the lighting, yeah, I think you green and blue painted that, and then you throw on the lights and it accents it even more. Am I wrong? Am I right? I gotta know. All right. Anyway, awesome work. Coming up next from Vasco Toys, their entry to the Diorama Creators Detolf Challenge. I didn't know that there was a challenge going on. Go check out Diorama Creators on Instagram. Also check them out on Facebook. It sounds like they might be doing a contest. I don't know when. I don't know any of the details. I hadn't read this until just now when I'm recording. So check it out if there's time. Hopefully you can get entered in. This is a very, very nice display or entry for that contest, whatever the contest happens to be. Love the cleanliness of this. It's a great piece to be able to kind of just take a chunk of a building and turn that into a display. I love it. I love the little backdrop that you've got printed off here. That looks awesome. Nice stonework. I love the windows. Just a very nice looking piece. And I'm sure at some point they'll probably have it up for sale as well. So if this is something that you need, make them an offer. They've got the interior here. Very awesome looking as well. Love the why can't I think of the word? The wallpaper. Gotta love wallpaper. Okay, there we go. Moving on. Next up, Badger Dio. This thing is a 1/12 scale TMHT Subway. TMHT. What does that mean? I don't know what TMHT stands for. But anyway, it is sold. Sorry, folks, you're not going to be able to get this. This piece is awesome. You did a great job. Number one, the lines are so cleanly done. You really did a great job cutting all of the lines on here, be it with your foam. This looks to be possibly, maybe you built this out of wood or something. I love it. It is cleanly done, but then you weathered these tiles perfectly. It looks awesome. I love the little red stripe at the very top. That's a very nice extra detail that you added in. Great looking floor, and then you can see there's probably stairs going up to there. Let's see if there's a picture of it. No stairs there, but there is a hole so that when you take your pictures, you can add in some different things like lights or whatever. So awesome job. Whoever gets this thing is gonna dig it a lot. Next, coming from Cowabunga Props and Dios. It's a great name. Let's see. This one will also be off to a new home tomorrow, so congrats on selling it. This looks awesome. I love the scale to go with the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon figure. You could obviously use pretty much any ninja type of figure that you wanted. This dojo looks awesome. I love the cleanliness. I said this about one of the other ones, probably Badger Dios. This one also has a great bit of lines when it comes to the clean lines. Really digging on the shingles here. They're not 100% uniform, which is great to see. Sometimes if all of these would be exactly the same, it looks a little too manufactured. I like that you created some variance with each of these. That just adds to it. I love this door. That looks awesome. I would like to know if this was 3D printed, this grid, or did you find it from some sort of pieces out in the wild? Would love to know. Really digging on this piece though. Next, coming from Diorama Boy, Big Boy Dio. Measures 34 inches deep, splits into two 17-inch sections, 11 inches wide, 12.5 inches high. Back wall removable to make it into a tunnel. That is awesome. I always love your work. It's so moody. It's got some great colors to it, some great lighting. You always take some very, very nice pictures when you complete these. And by the way, you are completing these things so fast. It is crazy how fast you are making these dioramas. And you've definitely got your style down for what you're able to put out so quickly. I love the graffiti, the weathering. It's so dark and dank and dirty looking and nasty, and then all of these little accessories adds to it so much. It always looks like we're actually looking at a real hallway or subway system or whatever. It's just awesome work. This next one is coming from Coco Deco by Cocozer. This is a Poseidon Dio. I realized a few years ago, I don't think that translated right. I'm guessing it means that they made a few years ago. It translated into I realized a few years ago. I'm guessing it was they made it a few years ago. I love the colors. The bright blue on the orangish. If you're not familiar with color science and like photography and whatnot, the teal and orange combination are complementary colors, and oftentimes because our skin tones are a bit of an orangish tone, they usually recommend having backgrounds of kind of a bluish tone, which complements very well, and that's what this does. I love the colors that you've got here. It just pops so well. The sculpt work with the pillars looks awesome. I just love the way that this looks. And then the extra little details of the plant life that you've got throughout here. This little guy looks awesome. I want to know, okay, let's go back. Did you sculpt this yourself? A lot of this stuff might be like aquarium plants and what have you. This looks to be sculpted in and probably hand done, but I would like to know how you did that. And this little bead here, or detail, that looks super cool. What is that? Okay, in the comments, if you're watching, let me know everything about this, because I love it. This next one is coming from Laser Shot Dioramas. It is a dojo commission that they forgot to post. I can't believe you forgot to post it. I never forget to post my dioramas because I make so few that it's hard to forget. Anyway, this thing looks awesome. I love the architecture of this. All of the timbers and what have you. The grids for the windows are looking awesome. You can obviously see that the windows will be able to be screened. Yep, there you go. So you can get some nice soft light glowing through. You get a uniform bluish color, which is awesome. You can obviously use any color light you want behind that. You got a nice couple of racks for the swords. That one's covered in blood. I mean, a real good ninja would probably clean their swords before they put them up, but you know, we can't be too picky now, can we? Just digging on this piece very much. It looks awesome. Next, coming from Zest Visions. This is the Prancing Pony diorama for their Lego Lord of the Rings minifigures. I am a sucker for Lord of the Rings. I love the movies. I love the books. I love pretty much anything Tolkien. I've even read some of the very obscure books that are still the history and whatnot of the Middle Earth and what have you. And some of those books are a bit of a tough read, but the Lord of the Rings ones are fun. And I love dioramas that revolve around that. I love the details on here. It's definitely got that look from the movie with kind of that, I always say Tudor, but I don't know that that's the right style name for this, but I really dig all of the details that you've got throughout this piece. Love the little fire that you got over here, stairs. I mean, there's so many details in this, and if you remember, these are Lego size, so this is a pretty small size, and you've got the entire tavern, which is so cool. I really love it. I love to be able to see these pieces, so keep them coming. Next is this really cool Masters of the Universe diorama from MT Dio Art. What do they got here? Almost did it. Now final tests for the lighting of Castle Grayskull, and then everything will be ready tomorrow. I should double check to see at some point if they have posted again, but just look how cool this is with the glowing greenish water-like moat below here, and then the structure of Castle Grayskull. I would love to know, is this a play set that you are just building out the diorama base for, or did you create this yourself? Now, I know that he's got full-on the talent to be able to do it himself. I'm just wondering, did you repaint? This seems like you did it yourself. Well, I don't know. It looks like it's plastic. I don't know. I want to know. So let me know in the comments what you did. I'm looking in here to see. I think it's awesome, whether it's a repainted from a playset or if this is something that you built. I'm leaning towards you built this yourself. I gotta know. So let me know. Next up, coming from V2 Garage, Gangbuntu, not sure. Thanks for the like, comment, share, and save. Blah 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 blah. So what do we got? I don't really know what this is. World of three, something like that. It's one picture. It's intriguing to me. I'd love to see more. I'd love to know more. I love the details of this. It looks to be you used maybe cardboard of some sort as your walls, but it looks like it could be wrapped in something. I'm not sure. There's a detail or a texture to it that I'm really digging on. I like the paintwork. So I would love to know a little bit more about this. I looked through some of your pictures in your profile and I didn't see what I was looking for. So if you happen to watch the show, let us know, or let me know a little bit more in the comments. Next comes from Graves Dioramas. Happy Turtle Tuesday. Well, it's not Tuesday when I'm recording, but there will be another Tuesday coming up. Everyone made this out of basswood balsa wood beer cans for the roof. Oh, very cool. Oh, so you had to pleat that or put the little ripples in there yourself. Oh, that was tedious, I'm guessing, but because it's metal, that's even better because you can get some of those dents that you might not be able to get with the cardboard. Really digging on this piece. I love the framing that you did on the inside there. Looks awesome. We don't see a lot of dioramas that are this style, and I really dig it. It obviously fits perfectly with the Secret of the Ooze when Toka Razar are coming out, so awesome job on this piece. Next, coming from Christoph Customs, a Godzilla vs. Kong inspired diorama. I am a sucker for Godzilla. Still haven't seen the new movie. I did get some spoilers though, which is a bummer. Really digging on this. I love the flame effect, or the kind of glowing effect here, and then the little lights underneath this. This is super cool. Like I said, I'm a sucker for Godzilla displays. This is an aircraft carrier. Look at the water. That is cool. I love it so much. So awesome job. Next, coming from Iron Toys, this is a pretty cool looking piece. I'm not getting a translation on my phone right now, so I don't think I'm gonna be able to, wait here, nope, still not English. Michael Myers, Halloween, Freddy Krueger, I can read that at least. This is a really cool looking piece. I love the fire, or the furnace back there, a nice chair, some chains, all of that just looking kind of mean and nasty and yucky, so great job on this piece. Next, coming from Pon Pon House, good to see you back. This is a spectacular looking piece, and I think, if I remember, they were asking what scene is this from, and I have a guess. I think this was from, oh no, I was wrong. I was thinking that this was from Daredevil. I think I'm wrong though, but I just love all the detail on here. It's so realistic looking. Throw that hand out of there, pull that hand out of there, and it would look like a real building. You wouldn't know necessarily unless you really started looking very, very closely. There's tons of great detail. I love the texture of the walls. It is not smooth. It's got some sort of little texturization, and I love this little edging here. That is super cool, so great job. Next, coming from Turtle Boy 83, is a cartoon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lair. I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I like turtles. And I like this diorama. I love this piece. He's got a bunch of posts for this. He shows kind of like an assembly video, so I highly recommend you check that out. I love this figure. I got it from Nate's Toys and Collectibles. Make sure you hit him up on Facebook. He's always got great sales and whatnot for you. But I just love this. I love the tone that you used for the bricks. It definitely fits and matches the movie. The entryway thing here looks awesome. I just really dig on this piece, so great job. Next, coming from Townsend Art Studio, this is, let's see, recently been watching a lot of kung fu movies and was inspired to create something a little different than what they usually do. We've got a dojo, and again, we've had a couple of dojos. Every single one of them is different, and every single one of them has been awesome. This one does not disappoint. I am amazed by the detail on this. Would love to know if you 3D, okay, so somebody 3D printed some of these accessories, and I'm guessing that this little screen-like thing was 3D printed because it's so perfect looking. But this is just an awesome looking display. I love the floor, the tile on there looks so good. Awesome work. Next, coming from Model Train Ho, which is HO for HO scale. This thing is amazing. I mean, we've got like a little cityscape here. I'm a sucker for trains. I'm a sucker for pretty much everything, it seems, but I love train sets. If I had space, I would have I would have been building stuff like this in my basement ages ago. It's just so cool to see these buildings with the lights behind them. You turn the lights off and you're gonna have these amazing scenes that you can take pictures of or do little videos. If you had like a probing lens of sorts, you could go through some of the tunnels. It's just so cool. I love this kind of stuff, and the detail on these stones, the foliage, all of that is so cool. So awesome work. Next, coming from Longshore Spike, he does some amazing work on these different accessories like these vending machines and pop machines, and it's so cool to see them all together, lights off, but the lights on the devices. A little telephone booth makes this stuff from scratch as far as I am aware. The diorama we didn't get to see too much of, but it looks awesome. If you aren't already following him, you should be following him because he does some amazing work. The detail work is so cool, and I just love it when I find a post from him. Next, coming from 52420, is a doorway that just is awesome looking. I love the graffiti on the door, but the brickwork around it is so good. It looks so amazing. I'm just speechless, and it's very rare that I'm actually speechless. I love these little cans that you've got down here. That adds to just this little display, and it's, you know, in terms of setup for this, it's simple, but it is not a simple display piece. I love the paintwork. There's a lot of detail throughout here, and I love the fact that these little chunks of bricks are sticking out, and then this one is actually sticking in. There's texture, there is depth to it, so awesome work. Next, coming from Fetch, Francisco something chart. I don't know, but I think this is, what is this, Myth Cloud? I'm not sure. Let's see if I can get a translation in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is, translating. Now that Milo has his house, they come to fight him. I don't know who the heck Milo is, but he's got a pretty freaking cool looking house. I would like to know where you got this, if it is something that was resin cast or whatever for both the Scorpius and the Scorpion that is up there. Would love to know that. The paint apps on this are awesome. You did a great job with it. The sculpt work with all the stone looks awesome. The column looks, both of these columns look awesome. So great work on this. Let's see if there's a picture that shows us more. Nope, there isn't. So let me know in the comments how you did that, because it looks awesome. And last but not least, coming from the Shadow Gallery 718 out of New York City, this is Metropolis, a silver screen movie from the 1930s. I've been wanting to work on this diorama for some time now. Finally got around to finishing it. Hope y'all dig it. I do. I love the light effect that you got coming up around here. And then it looks like there's a light that's wrapping around. This is that, it's like the neon light that you can get, comes in like little, I can't explain it right now, but it looks awesome. Love the details with all the little hoses or whatever. I have no idea what this is from. Some robot with a rollerblades on. I don't know who that is, but I really dig this piece. It looks awesome. You can change the colors out. This is spectacular. What a great way to be able to round this out with an absolutely stunning piece. All of the pieces this week were absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed all of these dioramas as much as I did. Let me know in the comments what you think of the picture quality. I'm using a different lens on my camera. I got a new adapter, and these lenses, they had a big crop factor. I couldn't use them. Now I'm able to use it with this adapter, so I'd like to know what you think of it. I do have to stand a little bit further back, so I don't know if I'm going to continue using it. But the cool thing is I don't have any of my lights set up for this shot. So that helps to kind of speed up the setup. So let me know what you think of that in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the bell notification and subscribe buttons if you haven't already, all of that other crap. Share the video out. Make sure that your diorama creator friends are using the hashtag Thisweekindioramas with their Instagram posts so that I can find them and showcase them on the show. And I will see you in the next episode.